Hey, what's up, friends? So, Will Black here, and I'm very excited to be back because I've been out the last couple of weeks with a back injury, and it was no fun. Did it go into the gym? No big deal. Whatever. Um, yeah, but seriously, if you saw the weight I was lifting when I hurt my back, you would be like, anyway, so we're not going to worry about that. That's over. But while I was out, I spent some time. Went by Walmart to pick up a Lazy Susan so I can just spin my paintings right round. Lots of cool stuff. And now I'm done. And so today we're going to be doing a painting, and I'm really excited to be back. But I want to, so I don't know if you remember this, but for 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, I went and bought, I was waiting on a Lazy Susan from Amazon that was shipped out of China. Great, had fantastic reviews, had the price was fantastic. It shipped out of China, didn't notice. And so we get it back, and it gets here, and all of a sudden I realized that halfway through that they sent me an email saying that they canceled my order. And so I went right down to Walmart like you guys suggested, and let me show you what they had. So I looked all over, and I don't know if you could see that. The wording is backwards, but it says Pioneer Woman, and that's the only Lazy Susan I could find anywhere. Pioneer Woman. I mean, we are painters, so we could paint this if we wanted to, but eventually I walked around and I found this little gem. Not quite as nice, but it does what I need. Awesome. So anyway, this was one that you guys helped me do a long time ago when I was still living in Washington, and this was, everybody was like, oh, I'm sorry, I helped you pick the wrong colors. But anyway, this to date is one of my absolute most liked paintings off of Instagram. They love it. Anyway, so I just want to show you that one and a couple more that dried. So the dolphin one that we did, I think this one was triple dirty slick cup, and it's like a dolphin there, and with kind of a smirk and an eyeball. Anyway, that dried pretty well. I was happy with that. I've been trying spar urethane, and it's awesome because two things: it doesn't yellow, and it has a UV prohibitor in there, where my normal one, this is the one I normally use. So I either use the Kamar Vanish from Krylon. This is what I use for alcohol inks, and I know the words are backwards, I'm sorry. It's either alcohol inks and sometimes my paintings. This one's super, super, super gentle on your paintings and on alcohol inks. And then I use the polyacrylic spray, and now I just looked at this one, and this one's an indoor-outdoor spar urethane. It does not yellow, and it has, UV blockers. And this is the first one that I've seen that has UV blockers in it, and I'm really excited about it. And so this one is covered with UV blockers, and so is the other one. And so far, it's really done good things. So I've been doing line work on my paintings lately, and so this is just an outline of the major themes in it. And there was a hard gradation there, so I did an extra one, and so that's kind of, I really like, the sparkly almost reminds me of water. In person, it catches a little bit differently than it does here. Right now, it's just like, boom, I'm there or I'm not. But in person, like, you get some sparkly vibes, and it's really cool. Anyway, so those are the most recent two that have been dried. Somebody asked me to show dried ones, so there you go. And the puddle pour that I did, Melly D style, that dried pretty well too. I really like this one. I mean, green and blue like this, total Seahawks fan, so yeah. And if you're not a Seahawks fan, that's okay too. We don't have to like the same things. Except my art. You guys need to like my art, I hope. Just kidding, but seriously. Okay, so our paints are all to consistency, just a little bit thicker than cream. And I'm just going back through and checking them because I realized that when I left this area, it was in a state of like complete disrepair. And none of the stuff was how I liked it. And so went back through, and I've spent so long out just babying my back, laying on a hot pad all the time. Anyway, you don't need to hear the details of how much of a wimp I am on that. But so this is sap green, Naples yellow, burnt umber, and phthalo blue. And these are some of my favorite colors. I'm going to add in another one of Payne's Gray. Here's my Payne's Gray bottle, and it's almost gone. It's down to there. And I just put it in this bottle, kind of pre-mix it with Floetrol, so when I need to, I'm just ready to go. And if I forget to mix one ahead of time, like I kind of did just now, it takes just about no time to mix up because it's already halfway mixed. I do mix it so that I have to add a little bit more Floetrol, and that's only because I want to make sure that if I ever do have an application where I want it a little thicker, I can have it thicker and not have to worry about it. Because there's no making it thicker unless you want to pull out some glue or some of this gel medium. I don't know where my gel medium is, but really not that important, to be honest. Okay, and this is Payne's Gray. And see, kind of mixes to just a little bit, and it's already mixed up, and it doesn't take that long. Because I don't know about you, but I detest waiting for paint to be mixed. All right, fam. So this piece of joy that looks like whatever is the one that's getting painted over today. And I haven't, shoot, I didn't level my spinny bit. That's the technical term for it. I don't know if you know that, but spinny bit. So let's see. Is it at all level? Can I work with it? Holy cow. Yeah, I can work with it. But let's put some things under the edge real quick. I'm going to take one of these old Uggos. This is like one of my first couple things where I took a mallet, like a full-size freaking mallet, and I poured puddles and I went swish, and things went spoof everywhere. I know you love the sound effects. Pretty awesome, huh? Anyway, so I know somebody's going to say, why are you doing that? Because I didn't really like it that much anyway, so. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, for frick's sake. Anyway, never mind. I'm just going to deal with whatever comes. Ooh, you guys want to know something else? Oh man, I'm excited about this one. So, I'm trying a full-blown air compressor. There was a crazy good sale at Home Depot, and so I bought it. And it was so good, and they were clearancing this thing out, and it was awesome. So this is our dried, cured, triple dirty slit cup. And what we did last time is we flipped it and we let the things ooze out here. What I want to try now is a swirl pour using these three. So it's going to have 3 swirls in one. I think that might be awesome. Who knows? But okay, so what we did, we cut out just the lip and just the width of one of these things. And this is a 16-ounce cup, I believe. 16-ounce cup. So we're going to pour in here, maybe mix it just a touch, and swirl it onto our business. And there we go. Okay, so let's see. What do we want last? Last, I'm going to want this Naples yellow. And this is mixed with the slight touch of burnt umber. And then this burnt umber. And the green. And the blue. And now, last but not least, our Payne's Gray. I don't know about you, but I don't like black, but I like Payne's Gray because it's just enough not black. And it's a really deep, rich gray. And it's made out of Mars Black and Ultramarine Blue. So I'm trying to leave it right at the top. I'm pouring it nice and slow so it sits on top of the other paints. Because I want this one out first. Or at least similar first. Because the idea is, first we have the Naples yellow, and I really want that to make it feel like it's glowing from the middle of the painting. And then we did the next darker one, which is the brown one, whatever it is. And so now we're just going to pour over this with our little slit, so it'll give us 3-part thingamajigger. And I can't squish the cup, so it's just going to be what it is. I'm only going to be able to use 2 of them. That's okay. No, maybe I'm not. What are we going to do here? It's not going to work. Let's bend it anyway. I said I'm not going to be able to. It needs to bend. It can't not bend. Okay, let's bend it in between on one of these. Whoops. One of these non-spots. I'm kind of getting a double one there. Ah, sweet. I saved it so it didn't get those weird little dippy bits. If you don't know what dippy bits are, you probably have never swirled before. No, just kidding. So the thing I'm talking about, oh, you can tell how uneven this painting is right now. See, it's all trying to come off this side. So I will need to figure something out. But I'm going to pour this one slow and get my corner catcher ready. Because I don't want to lose a whole lot. I'm okay with a little bit, but I don't have a lot of extra paint to go around. I like how that the Naples yellow with a touch of brown ended up more of like a rose. Anyway, I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of funny how they're... Oh, man. So I know a lot of you guys don't like watching the tilting, but I want you to think about it for a second. The most important part of your painting is what you do after you get the paint on it. I mean, I don't mean that to come across as an admonishment, because who am I to talk about any of that, but the most important part of your painting is what happens. What do you do once you get the paint on the canvas? And I notice a lot of people fast forward through that. And what sets an okay paint pourer apart from a really good paint pourer is what they do. Well, okay, that's being a little hyperbolic, but one of the things that sets a great paint pourer apart is what they do once it's on the canvas. That's actually kind of cool with this brown. I'm not going to leave it there. That's still really cool. And look at this one. That's pretty awesome too. I got some paint chunks, so my paint's doing weird things. How awesome. Okay, so I'm going to suck out those paint chunks just so you'll never notice they were there. Let's see, I'm going to put this down. Okay, I'm going to dry my hands, wear my hand dryers. And so it appears it's my Naples yellow that didn't get mixed well. And actually that doesn't surprise me because I noticed I had a couple chunks in there when I was messing with, okay, what am I looking for? My baby snot sucker. Baby snot sucker. Things that piss off babies to no end. Some people are giving me crap about this method, but this is how I do. They're like, why don't you just use a toothpick? Because I've got a baby snot sucker. Why don't you use a baby snot sucker? And almost done here. We got a couple more here. Man, this looks so 3D. I like how this middle part makes everything look so much deeper. I like it. And what else? What else? What else? Anywhere else? I see a couple, but nothing that I'm gonna really worry about that much. I think a couple of them will be just fine. I just didn't want the crazy amounts of it. Okay, so switch over to facey business. Face in 3, 2, 1. Face, face. Had to look. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I do apologize that it took so long to get this video out. And, you know, I'm going to record a few of them and then schedule them out so that even if I do hurt my back, I'm going to have plenty of time. But so if you do subscribe in the middle of the month, I will make sure you get 4 weeks worth of credit. And so I really do appreciate you guys. Shout out to Stephanie B and Karen Bott at octopunks.com. I appreciate my sponsors. You guys are amazing. If you want to be a sponsor too, down in the link, there is a link that says, down in the description, there's a link that says everything that you need. And so you can click on that and you can see what kind of supplies I use. You can see whatever else. And I didn't use my big old thingy. This time. I'll use it next time. It kind of occurred to me on the fly about that cup that I had and a good use. And so we did it. We went with it. And yeah, we're going to keep making. Maker's gonna make, and see how things go. Oh, guys, look at this dripping. Isn't that amazing? I love somebody. If you want this dripping, let me know. If you make, please zoom in on it. Focus. If you make jewelry and you would like to make a jewelry out of this, let me know. And then I'll give you my email address, and then you can send me your home address and I'll mail it to you, or your P.O. box, or whatever you want to do. I got a few more, but these ones aren't quite as pretty. You can have these too if you want them, or whoever can have them. I just thought it was kind of cool. Since it took so long between videos, my area completely dried up. There's the backs of some of these. Oh no, I put my hand square up in my... I'm a dork. Whatever. Okay, so anyway, that's enough of that, and I'm going to re-dry off. Thank you so much for watching. Would you guys like, and if you're not, if you watched this far, which darn near to the end of the video, if you watched this far, you might as well just join us and subscribe. All right, guys, I love you to pieces. Thank you so much. Love you to pieces. I stole Anne Marie's thing. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. All right.